You know, this doesn't happen very often, but I might believe Donald Trump. He lies a lot, but I might believe him this time. And I'll let you know why. My name is Matthew, and this is Matthew Land. All right, so if he gets what he wants, I believe him. His lawyers have argued in court that they want to delay his trial in Florida until after the election. They've said that because he's going to be campaigning and doing all that, he's going to be really busy, and it's going to affect the election. So he wants to delay it until after. I believe him. If the trial is delayed until after the election, it will affect the election. And here's why. The entire time, the entire campaign, he's going to be able to say, oh, this is a witch hunt. They're coming after me. If there this trial that's coming, oh my God. Holy balls. They're coming after me. And if they can try and lock me up for this, they can do it to you. If they can try and put me in jail for stealing classified documents, they can put you in jail for stealing classified documents. And you know what? If you take classified documents when you're not allowed to, they can put you in jail. It happens quite frequently. But the government, Jack Smith, the special counsel, the Department of Justice, they initially wanted to have the trial in December. That was so the judge actually wanted it in August, and the special counsel and the Department of Justice said, you know what, that's too soon. It's too soon because there's classified material that Trump's lawyers are going to have to go through, and they're going to have to get security clearances and this and that. It's too soon, so let's delay it until December in the issue of fairness. And then they had a meeting on Tuesday with the judge, and the judge is saying, you know what, does March work? And he's got another trial in New York, and that one's in March. And so they're seeing if they can work something out in New York. But Trump's lawyers are saying, no, we really want to push this back until after the election. And so the whole time, this is going to give Trump a thing to say. And so it will affect the election. The entire time, he's going to be able to say, they're coming after me. They're trying to come after me. Yes, it will affect the election. Absolutely. I believe you, Donald. I 100% believe you. It will affect the election. But if you go for a quick and speedy trial, which is what the government wants, which is not just for the person who's being accused of committing a crime, it's also for the people, then it won't. The people will know that you're innocent, as you claim, which will also affect the election. If you're innocent, what do you have to worry about? Why don't we get this over and done with so people know that you're innocent? That can also affect the election. If you're innocent, let the people know. If you're guilty, then people will think that you might be guilty. That will also affect the election. But putting it in people's minds that they're coming after me will also affect the election. So what you are trying to do will affect the election. That will affect the election much more than having the trial now or in December or in March. Having it soon, having it quickly before the election. Why not get it done now? Why not hurry up and get it over and done with. Prove that you are innocent, as you say. Your lawyers, yesterday, they brought up that part of your argument is going to be the Presidential Records Act. And what they said to the attorney, or to the judge, was part of your argument was the Presidential Records Act said that the president, the current president, while they are president, can decide what they do with classified information. That's part of your argument, is while you are president, you can decide, which is true. Fair. Okay, fine. Well, the current president can do it. And you were doing all this when you weren't president. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But if you think that you are innocent, if that's your argument and that turns out to be accurate, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal scholar, I don't know. But if that's your argument, let's hurry up and get it over and done with and prove your innocence. Don't go through this whole thing and say, I'm innocent, and make it affect the election. Don't put it in people's minds. Get it over and done with. Don't say they're coming after me. Get it over and done with if you're innocent. Let proving your innocence be what affects the election. Not saying that they're coming after me. Saying that they're coming after me, putting that in people's minds, saying that this is the weaponization, they're coming after me, and if they can coming after me for stealing classified documents, because that's the heart of the issue, is you took classified documents, is what they're saying. If they can come after me for taking classified documents, they can come after you for taking classified documents. Hurry up and get it over and done with. Prove your innocence. If you're allowed to do it, then you're allowed to do it. I used to have a security clearance. I was on a base where I could have been shot because of where I was. I can't specifically say where I was, but where I was, I could have been shot in the head if I was found to have been taking the wrong things off of that base. That's where I was. So, prove your innocence. I've been allowed to have classified documents, and I know what I was and wasn't allowed to do. Prove your innocence. I know other people with classified documents, and I know what they are and are not allowed to do. And I know the jail time that they would get if they were found to be taking classified documents when they weren't allowed to. Prove your innocence and do it now. Don't make saying I'm innocent and they are coming after me, and if they can come after me, they can come after you, making that affect the election. Don't make that affect the election. Make your innocence and proving your innocence be what affects the election. Because what you are going to try and do is bullshit. But what do I know? Again, my name is Matthew. This has been Matthew Land. If you think anything I've said is interesting, and please think about what I've said. And please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.